One thing I hear from homeowners all the time is, my property taxes went up. Can you explain why? And honestly, I don't blame people for being confused. Arizona's property tax system isn't exactly simple. Most homeowners assume their taxes are based entirely on what their home is worth today, but that's not actually how it works. In Arizona, there are two different values that show up on your property tax records. There's the full cash value, and there's the limited property value. And if you've ever looked at your notice of value and wondered why those numbers are different, you're definitely not alone. The easiest way to think about it is this. Your full cash value is essentially the county's estimate of what your home would sell for in today's market. Your limited property value is the number that's generally used to calculate your property taxes. And those two numbers are often very different. This becomes especially noticeable after a few years of rising home values. Let's say your home's market value increases significantly over time. Most homeowners assume their property taxes are going to jump at the same pace. Fortunately, Arizona has protections built into the system, and most people don't know this. For most residential properties, the limited property value generally cannot increase by more than 5% per year, even if market values increase much faster than that. That's one of the reasons Arizona's property taxes often stay more stable than people expect. Now, that doesn't mean your tax bill can never go up. This is where a lot of confusion happens. The 5% limitation applies to the limited property value itself, not necessarily the final tax bill. Tax rates can change, school district funding can change, bond measures can affect taxes. So it's possible your tax bill will increase even if your limited property value is following the normal rules. Another question I hear is whether buying a home automatically resets property taxes. A lot of people move here from states where that happens. Arizona works differently. A sale by itself generally does not automatically reset the limited property value to the purchase price. That's something many buyers find surprising. The other thing homeowners should know is that you can review your valuation if you think something doesn't look right. Every year, the county sends a notice of value. Most people glance at it and throw it away. But it's actually worth taking a few minutes to review. If you believe the county's estimate of your home's market value is inaccurate, there is an appeal process available. The important thing to understand is that you're generally appealing the county's estimate of market value, not simply appealing because you don't like your tax bill. Those are two different things. And honestly, most homeowners don't need to become experts in Arizona tax law. The biggest takeaway is simply understanding that your home's market value and the value used to calculate your taxes are often not the same thing. That's why two homes that look very similar can sometimes have very different tax bills. It's also why a neighborhood experiencing strong appreciation doesn't automatically mean everyone's taxes are increasing at the same pace. Arizona's system has a few moving pieces, but once you understand the difference between full cash value and limited property value, a lot of it starts to make more sense. If you've received a notice of value recently and you're not sure what you're looking at, or you're curious how property taxes work on a home you're considering buying, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to point people in the right direction and help make sense of it.